Cough.
John's still coughing up a nut.
Cough.
Oh,
Pain.
he's been coughing up a nut for 24 hours.
Yeah, really.
Any guys? Any guys? Well,
Any guys out there? I'm single. And ragingly homosexual.
any guys, way. Welcome back to Ace Underground. I'm Siren,
I'm the comment.
I'm John.
and we're playing more Doki Doki Literature Club because fuck it, why not?
Donkey lit. Boo.
First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise.
Oh.
If you catch my drift. It'll also make me happy no matter what.
So do we go Yuri route?
Yerf?
was
No, we're not
last
doing
episode.
that anymore.
We're still figuring it out.
We're still.
We're gonna see how this goes.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her vagina and pulls out a baby.
Whoa. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
Did you mean
She
plot?
knows what she's doing.
She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this.
I enthusiastically take the book.
I look at the cover. It reads The Communist Manifesto.
Oh, please be something like my comp, please.
Wow!
Wow.
Well, what the fuck is happening?
Blue screen of death.
Well, you can read at your own pace. Cease. Oh, it's because the fucking.
He kept pressing the Windows button on the keyboard.
I look forward to hearing what you think.
This is why we don't have a Windows button.
Where's my mouse? Oh, it's on this other monitor. Wait.
Now that everyone else is settled in, or now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Action, whoosh.
I'm really curious to talk
We went the Yuri route.
to Yuri a little bit more.
Oh.
Maybe not necessarily. Maybe not necessarily.
Well, we did choose mostly Yuri things.
But
I did fuck up a bit. I chose boot.
as we discovered in the last episode, John knows something about the Monica route. So therefore, if it's the darkest, we're going Monica route.
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
Fuck, I missed that.
I feel like now is a good time.
I catch
to
those to
mention
cover the book.
You guys that I've
The
never.
Communist Manifesto.
No.
Pause.
I would like to point out that at this point that I've actually never seen past the part where you're talking to Sayori in the street, so I've been completely blind about this.
Fuck! You cunt! Crap.
Shit.
I think she noticed me looking at her.
Not creepy.
She sneaks another glance, and our eyes meet for a split second.
I get you watching, Mitch.
But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book.
Aww.
Sorry, I was just spacing out. Totally not staring at
I
you.
mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's a book. That's the book you gave me, right? The Communist Manifesto?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, except establishing communism in our broken society.
Seize the means. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Because
Because we must demolish the capitalist pigs.
we're starting a revolution, comrades.
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see.
There's something fairly
Adults.
obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go, even though I'm pretty convinced she's actually a raging communist.
I will.
Like solidly Soviet.
She reminds me of Karl Marx by every extent. She even has the beard.
Beard,
and she
yeah.
always grows a big puff beard.
I'll definitely start ringing it soon.
No,
100%.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick you up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
Jesus.
Especially when it gets into the communist pigs.
There's a
The capitalist pig part.
There's a specter hanging over Europe. That's all I know of the Communist Manifesto.
It's a very raging and relatable. A very engaging and relatable
Very
story.
enraging.
Is that so? What's it about anyway? You
Establishing
know
communism in the motherland.
Well,
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back.
Portrait of Marco.
Hey, look, Russian!
I was right.
There's an ominous-looking.
She's
eye
looking
symbol
into the Illuminati.
on the front cover.
It's the Illuminati.
all right.
All right.
I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister and establishes communism in the mainland. But as she does so, her life gets really strange.
It's an anime.
Things are getting pretty wild at Caillou's.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! This is what fucking like the fucking what was that creepypasta? Where it's like the experiments in Russia were like they were like manipulating people's like senses.
Where they couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
The Russian sleep experiment.
Yeah, where it was like they took away their ability to like see, their ability to smell, the ability to hear, their taste. They took away all their senses so that they could potentially listen to the voices of the dead.
Right. Or no. Maybe
And people went fucking insane.
Maybe we're thinking of a different one because the one I read was they fed them gas, not fed them gas, but they like filled their tank with gas so they couldn't sleep, and they'd make super soldiers that didn't need to sleep.
That may be a different one. I don't know.
Oops.
No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of
dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Wow, that was foreshadowing. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? Senpai!
Ugh.
no. It's not that. It's just. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories. So don't worry. You scare me.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things, even though we wrote our poem to get laid by her. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they can believe in. You know, I'm trying to voice act for the most literate person, yet I am the most illiterate because I keep fucking up her sentences. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
It's called Tourette's.
I mean, whenever I say your name, it's just...
It's
whoa.
called communism. That's a disease.
I want to establish it in the motherland.
If you're a communist, get the fuck out of this video. Kidding.
No, don't actually. Actually, yeah.
Well, I mean,
When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So if I end up saying something strange, I can't speak today. And please stop me if I start talking.
You're talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading.
At least we chose the one that's a soother voice to do.
The least I can do is listen, because I can't read. It's a literature club, after all. One that I've joined, in which I can't read.
I'm blind, Mom. That's...
I am legally blind in 3 eyes.
Whoa. Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Can you read?
You don't have to.
You're right, I can't. What are you saying?
Just a...
What
I thought that was her. I honestly thought that was going to be her responding.
Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it.
Oh.
Let me get the book. Let me just get the book. It's the same thing.
I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag.
Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right?
Aww.
I summoned to sit next to
Huh?
yours.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see.
You
I
like
don't.
dick
I'm
instead.
blind. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
You're distracting me.
I opened the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's because she's probably literally staring at you.
She's probably like creeping out.
It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. What the fuck did I say? I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book. What the fuck did I say?
Sorry! I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't
Oh,
you? Are you
fuck. Are
you Canadian?
She's showing Canadian.
I do. I don't really mean to.
You did it again.
Sorry.
You're doing it again.
I mean...
Look at the face. The fucking face.
Fucking goose, get out of here.
Here, this should work, right?
What'd you say?
I slide my desk into...
Something about
I
Canadian
slide.
goose. Oh. Oh.
I slide my dick up. against
I slide my
Yuri's.
dick. I slide my dick up against Yuri's.
And then I hold my cock when it's more between two of them. My cock between my cock and her cock.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost fucking.
Aww.
It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. That feel. Did that work?
I guess that. Well, like I assume she's on his left.
Oh, good point. Good point. Good
Yeah.
point.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Hey, there we go. First picture.
There we go. Our first
And
piece of art.
and you were correct. He was no wait. Yeah. You were correct.
This is so
She was on his left.
cute.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger.
That lighting though.
I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. I can see down her chest.
Boobs!
It's as if I can feel the warmth of
Are we a
Yuri's face.
giraffe?
She's in the corner
If you
of my
can,
vision.
if you can see down, I mean.
Hey, I moved.
Are you ready?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Eh? Nani? Nani?
To turn the page.
Sorry.
I totally thought you were talking about sex. I
Sorry.
mean, whoa.
I think I got a bit distracted.
Oh, that's my phone!
How professional.
Whoopsies.
I think I got distracted for a second.
I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Aw, she's smiling.
Yeah. Thanks.
Aw, I like this
Sure.
character.
Whatever you say.
We continue reading.
I can't hear you. I'm too distracted.
Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. She just waits for me to do it. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange of semen.
Whoa.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, and she catches it under her own thumb. And just to check, what are we at time-wise?
We're good.
13.
We're good.
Good.
Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses a lot of the things that she says and does.
All the things.
Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Oh, John can read.
Surprising.
Wow.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But senpai!
I can't look at that and not imagine her screaming.
That's amazing.
They're like closer than we are right now, sitting next to each other, and she goes, "But senpai! But senpai!"
That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think
Ah! Well, wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything.
Baka!
Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more that's kind of cute.
Wow.
You're
I'm-
creeping me out.
What a what a
I'm saying,
player.
son, I think we should get a restraining order. Let's never talk to each other ever again.
This motherfucker's a player.
Okay, everyone.
What's up, baby girl?
Hey. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ours makes no fucking sense.
There we go.
Yuri exhales.
Oh, yeah. Well, you started reading. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Because I saw Yuri, and I was like, is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. It's just... It's fine.
It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Pain! Fucker!
Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight.
Paper cut.
Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Fucking, I love this. I love her. I'm in love.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. I
So,
can't read.
so I'm...
It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's a good reasoning.
I wonder how different this would be if we had chose to... Like, I wonder if this would be different if we had picked more parts of the poem for
All
the
right.
girls.
I think it is.
I mean, probably we'd be going towards different routes, and that like it's kind of like every visual novel in a sense.
For fuck's sake!
Let him
It
read.
doesn't fucking matter because we're talking.
Let him read, though.
What kind of logic is that?
By the way, did you remember to write your poem last night? Oh yeah, I did. I just looked at a dictionary and flipped through it.
It's boop. It's haiku.
My
Advanced-
relaxation ends.
Rip.
I cannot believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing.
I just kept hitting refresh and random on Urban Dictionary and looking at the very first word.
I let my phone's autocomplete do the work for me.
I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done it before, so I just picked random words.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their dicks.
Nice.
Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook.
Of course.
On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook.
Of course.
I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit.
Of course.
Privileged fuck.
Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags.
Of course.
I do the same myself.
Of course.
You shut
Action,
the fuck up.
whoosh! Oh, here we go.
So let's see. Hold on, because we need to understand. So we're going.
We're so far. We're going on the Yuri.
We're down Yuri so far.
yes.
At least that's what we can assume, unless that was sort of a scripted thing, and this is the first choice down the route, which I kind of doubt. But
I think that was a route thing.
I would like to do Monica, but our current poem is geared towards Yuri, so I
Yes.
think that'd be the best place to start.
Well, it was kind of all over the place, right?
Yeah, but
It was-
it was mostly Yuri though.
and especially since we didn't even have a choice to we knew nothing about Monica, it might not be smart to start there.
All right. So let's go.
Yeah, let's start with Yuri, I think.
So first route is Yuri route.
Are we
You're-
doing all the routes?
Yeah.
Oh god.
We're doing a full playthrough of Doki Doki.
Okay, fine. Okay, now I'm not angry at all. I thought we were just doing route. Fine.
Okay, I'm not okay with this.
Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair.
Whoa, action, whoosh!
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional. Boop.
Eh? what was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her hole.
I love it. He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath. That
So,
breath. Yeah, that one.
What kind of writing experience do you have?
None!
Use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
I wrote boop.
Onomatopoeia. Very impressive.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Are you sure you can read?
I guess
This is actually my first time. Right?
Are you sure you can read?
I mean,
That would explain the use of actual nothing.
I mean, I sort of, I know I already said this before, but I wrote boop.
I also wrote depression.
Yeah.
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Ugh.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse.
excuse.
She traces her fingers along the words in the poem,
Escape.
as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, like boop. And having read through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate.
Like
Boop! In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two words together.
Boop!
For example, Doki and Doki, with a hyphen between them.
Doki and Boop.
We did pick Doki Doki. I'll have you know.
Donkey and
No,
Boop.
we did?
Yeah, we picked Doki Doki.
Oh.
A choice came up that was Doki Doki. I was like, fuck it, let's name it the game.
Oh, wasn't the first one?
No,
No,
that was
that
the
was the
fourth
third
or
or
fifth.
fourth.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I just saw you storm through the first one.
yeah.
And they form fit the two together. In the end, and the end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
You sound like the expert, Yuri! What a story, Yuri. You're tearing me apart, Monica! Oh, hi, Yuri.
oh, hi, Natsu.
Oh, hi, Protag.
oh, hi, Marks.
Oh, hi, Senpai!
Oh, alright, so no one else caught that. John, don't mention it. We're moving on.
Read.
Of course, that's not something you can't be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem.
Simple.
Like the lack of using boop. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
You know, like the comic Manifesto.
Whoa. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback, gives you value and feedback. That's it, could be a little bit biased.
Oh!
Biased?
Hey, that biased. How? Like that.
Well, never mind. Boop. I shouldn't be talking about people.
Yeah,
like
really,
that.
you bitch.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's not fine.
I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki.
Or to God. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. It's all about communism.
I'd
love to share my thought process behind it.
It's all about how capitalists have destroyed the society, and if we don't establish communism, we're all gonna die.
Yuri slime.
Yuri, you slimy fuck. Yuri
Okay,
smiles defiantly, which is something, which in itself is kind of fucky.
I was actually about to say slime.
I knew you were. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Eh.
Ghost.
Hold on, I got this.
This
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Coming out of my cage.
Okay, so first of all, she's writing in Romanji. Second of all, she's fucking writing in English.
It's
Fuck you.
translated, my boy.
No.
It's translated.
That wasn't translation. That was literally on the paper.
It's universal translation. It was it was written in kanji.
You know what?
Huh?
Fuck you.
Please.
Alright, I'll leave. Don't forget the loop.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible hair. And next time, Race for the Ground. It's 24 minutes. We overwent again.
I told y'all to watch it.
If you guys like this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Leave a comment down below. Tell us if we did right. Tell us if we didn't. Subscribe. Let us know we're doing a good job. Notification bell. Hit that checkbox bark thing. And this has been Siren.
I'm John.
I'm gay.
Here's some loop.
Oh! I'm the con man. I'm gonna put my dick in this.
Don't.
Okay.
And we'll see you on the next episode of more Doki Doki Literature Club.
Bye,
Bye, everyone!
Make sure we're signing out. Goodbye.
Una momento, por favor.
No.
No, let's not overwrite that. Let's go here.
Hey, how do you do